5e D&D actual play where the only difference between heroes and villains is perspective. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and don't forget you can catch this episode live, not live, you can catch this live right now, but you can catch this episode pre-recorded on YouTube later on and on Sundays on podcast networks around the globe. Today we are joined in the top left by the player of Paladins, so no one's surprised, playing as our Paladin, Tiefling, Paladin, well, that's too many Paladins, Laurel.
It's never too many Paladins. It's never too many Paladins. In fact, I think you need several more to introduce me. Hi!
Mid-left, we have the Queen of Slice and Dice, playing as our Sticky Finger Tiefling Rogue Tally, is Jenny.
Hello.
Bottom left, we have the D&D vet that keeps this DM in check, playing as our cold-blooded, face-eating, chalk-feaky summoning druid Chalk, we have Gray.
Hello.
And in that top right, on the ones and twos, keeping this stream running, playing as our Gith Divination Wizard Almas, is Adam.
Oh, it's a Starfield, everybody. It's a Starfield.
In the middle right, rolling the ones and twos and bleeding from the eyes and being mean to Mo, playing as our human blood hunter Aviana, we have Erica.
I did check. All of our audio can be heard on stream today.
Yay!
Now I'll mute that tab and not listen to my voice beating back into my own ear.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, your guide on this garbage cart on fire of a D&D campaign in the top middle square, your DM, I'm Mike. Now, if I wanted to know what happened to our questionable group of heroes last session, where would I go?
I guess I'll do it. I remember everything like a picture in my mind. Last time we started...
With me screwing up the intro, yes.
No. We found Goldie's body, and then we know we needed to do some recon on the tower, because bringing down the tower was going to help out the city. So we went and did some recon as clouds on the tower, found out that it has multiple chains anchoring it to the ground. Those chains are inside of 5 chains specifically, anchoring it to the ground. There's also a platform in the middle that goes up and down. So we figured out, and there's also an observation deck where you can get in potentially. So we did some recon on the tower, figured out what to do it, made some plans about how to get into it. We went back to, what was the name of the inn? Zenfly Inn.
Drew beautiful pictures.
Yes.
Absolutely. Collect ourselves for the night, talk about the things that we had learned. Then almost brought some of the kids into the principal's office to see what the enemies were up to. And Laurel left us with a one-liner, and it was really good. And I think that's basically what happened. Am I missing anything? Anybody?
Um,
There was a bird sound and a note.
One-liner.
Oh, 2 days. We know everything's happening in 2 days. Apparently everything bad is going to happen in 2 days.
yes.
Yeah, so we gotta expedite our schedule before everything goes bad.
Does anybody know what the one-liner was?
I don't, and I said it.
Oh,
Sounds like
it
you're
was
gonna-
something about, Almas says something about, like, yeah, when I get to live forever, you won't be alive to see it. And she goes, no one will.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Really good one. And then, yeah, everything's happening in 2 days. Was it Lorelei? Was that her name, Erica?
Mhm.
Lorelai's marching out in 2 days. The concert is in 2 days. It seems like the whole big bad plan is happening in 2 days. And that's what happened last time.
So now that we know what's happening in 2 days, let's find out what happens right now on the Isle of Misfit Rolls. That could have been so much better. Adam just played the music.
Let's see what happens today.
Hello and welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls podcast. I'm Lae'zel, as if I needed an introduction, the fiercest and most loyal Githyanki. I hope this podcast is as good as everyone says it is. Don't disappoint me.
Yeah, I've skipped through it the
We're
week
back now.
before, so
And we're back. And so, yes, last week, or previous episode ended with the group finding out that 2 days as the note comes through. And now as Elric turns to the group and says, we have 2 days. What does the group do? I assume everyone just quietly gasps and everyone just goes to sleep.
I mean, I guess.
What is the group doing? You
Yeah.
are in the Zen fly-in. You
Well-
have now know that it is 2 days until something happens.
Well, I mean, because I think it was just me, Chalk, and Avi out there, because Almus and Laurel were having their little conversation or whatever.
I think this was after
Oh, this was after that? Okay, I didn't
the
realize
principal
we had
office
gathered.
visits. So what is the group doing? Everyone's had their hot cocoa and their cookies and
Cocoa and cookies, huh? I'm gonna go to bed, but I have a thing to do before I go to bed. So unless anyone else says anything, let me know.
I don't think I do.
almost bedtime stories. Go.
Nothing serious. I'm basically. What's...
I'm muted.
Oh yeah,
I've
you
been
were.
muted the whole time. I'm here chatting away. Don't mind me. Continue your sentence.
Did you have something that was going on? Because mine's just mechanical. It's not really a thing.
No. Oh, we can talk. We can just like Agana kind of rubs her hands over her eyes and goes, "Okay, we'll replan in the morning because I don't think we want to wait the 2 days. We want to do this as fast as possible. So I guess
Yeah.
we'll replan tomorrow morning."
Well, Elred, do you know when we can meet with I can't remember his name. Eloise? Eloise?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be meeting tomorrow.
Okay. As soon as you know something, let us know.
We'll
And I'll
do.
go to bed.
All right. Since we have times and places now, and again, we've mentioned this before, Mike, how Almus would every couple of days send a status report basically back to the Armada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send another message. We don't have to roleplay it out. We can if you want. I've got more than enough slots to get it all across, but basically want to let them know. I've let them know, like, what are the best targets. Like, this thing has interesting stuff, and it has no defenses, blah, blah, blah. Basically just radioing to let them know to do it in 2 days because there's going to be a lot of distractions, and then also they could send backup to my location as well in that time frame.
You just end up receiving back a broken message.
But it did get through.
You just hear Almus, Armada, Barrier, Command.
Is that a thing I need to roll for the
No.
interference?
No, it is what it is.
Okay, but my stuff did get through though, because I would,
course.
if the spell works or not.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I try it more times, it's still a similar thing.
Yeah. You're unable to receive any more messages through it.
But they go out. Okay, cool. Now I will go to bed. Reinforcements are on the way, everyone. Don't worry. Almost his buddies are going to help come save the day. Nothing bad's going to happen. All right, cool.
Hooray!
And so everybody goes to sleep. Everyone is given a long rest.
We're level 20.
And as you awaken, you do smell a little bit of breakfast being made. And you all come downstairs to the main room. It looks like it's nothing fancy. It's kind of like some sort of porridge. And whatnot is bowls are handed out with breakfast beer. This beer seems slightly thicker than previous beers you've had.
Is it oatmeal and beer?
Nope. The oatmeal is in the bowl, the beer is in the cup. But it is a like unfiltered, thicker beer. Like it's more of a kind of an unfiltered stout, or which I don't know if that's a thing. But yeah. So what is the group's plan for today?
How close is the inn to the tower?
The tower is in the middle of the inner ring.
Mhm.
And the inn is in the outer ring.
Okay.
So it will take some time to get to. Like it does. It's not a quick. You guys were able to get there very quick last time because you were super fast cloud people. So we'll say for brevity's sake, we'll say a good 45 minutes to get to thing, because you're gonna have to kind of, especially once you get into the inner ring, like getting into it, you kind of have to be quote unquote sneaky. You guys have an idea. You've seen it from above. You have what you know how to get in and out now. So I'm not gonna make you have to roll or whatnot for that. And it's not as patrolled because there's not supposed to be anybody in the outer ring, really. So, what is the group doing? Are you making your way to the inner ring? Are you heading towards the tower? Are you heading towards the Silver Leaf?
Did we didn't hear anything from anybody, right?
Not yet. It is still early breakfast. Other than hearing last night that the concert's in 2 days.
Do we know where old boy is?
Goldie?
Eloise?
Eloise.
Oh, Alois. You
Alois.
assume he's probably at his estate.
Estate. Okay. I guess we'll look at Aviano. Should we talk to Eloise? Should we talk to the band again? Because I know we want to deal with the body if we can. But should we bother
So-
talking to him first, or should we just go straight to them?
We need that hole to hide the body in. I think that is incredibly important before we do anything. I guess we see if we can get it today, because I think we have to go tonight. If it
Elred,
was yesterday and it was 2 days, that means tomorrow. We have to
Tomorrow
be
night, yeah.
in. We have to do it before then.
Elred, did the letter say anything about when he might be reaching out again?
It did not. It was seemed to be hastily rushed, like written. We have an area I can probably go see him. I know where he normally does his business.
Can we come with you?
Yes, I can. We can probably arrange a meeting if that is what we want to do this morning.
What do you all think? I think that should be the first order of business.
Makes sense to me.
Get that, see, because it'll depend on whether he can help or not.
Yeah. All right. Set it up, I think.
All right, let's start heading towards the inner circle, and then once we get there, I will go see if I can arrange a meeting with him.
Okay.
Yes,
We missed
gather
it
all your
again,
gather all your things. I don't know if we'll be returning to the inn, depending on how things go.
I think none of us ever leave anywhere ever without all of our stuff.
But
And yeah, so like 30, 40 minutes go by, you guys are all able to make your way towards the inner ring of the city, and he leads you to an area there, and he goes, okay, he normally frequents this particular establishment. Just give me a few minutes. And you see him kind of like,
Is it a brothel?
no, it's like a cafe.
Okay.
Eloise is too classy for that.
TiVo.
I mean, I've seen Bridgerton.
That makes one of us.
You should change that. It's really good.
And so, yeah, a few minutes later, Red comes back and goes, there's a park just down the road. We will meet him there. And yeah, so I assume the group just goes along with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, so you meet up with Alois, and he's just like, yes, I hear you got my note.
We did.
Things are progressing faster than I thought. I've put in a requisition for your portable hole, but I should be able to get it by the early tomorrow or hopefully later today.
Okay, we definitely need it as soon as possible. So anything you could do to expedite it would be greatly appreciated.
I will see what I can do.
Was there
Okay.
something else we asked for? Or was that it?
I think that was
I
it.
think that's it.
I believe that was it.
Didn't we ask for like a wand of fireballs or something?
Did we ask for anything else?
Not me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. They've one other thing I have found out a little bit more information.
Yes, anything you have will be of great help.
It sounds like there is a room above the council chamber that I believe could be where the this gem that Mana was talking about that is powering this could be.
So where does that put it in the tower? That's below the observation deck?
Oh,
Above.
yes, that was the other
Above it.
thing. Blueprints, right?
Yeah, right. That
Uh,
was it.
Yes. So I don't per se have blueprints, but he just kind of explains how it goes. It is a giant egg shaped. It's normally on the ground. It's currently in the air. There is a levitating platform that goes up and down from the bottom. There is the observation deck. If you were to walk towards it, like from the outside in, there is a stadium style round step down seating. Think of like the ancient Greek theaters. So in the bottom there is a round area where the speaker would stand and talk to the rest of the councils, and everyone would be sitting in a kind of, it's like almost like a funnel style design. So as you walk from the observation deck, you walk down stairs, which are also seats.
Okay, so observation deck directly goes down into the amphitheater setup.
Yes,
And above that
is
there's
where
a-
he believes there is another large chamber or room that could potentially house this gem.
Gotcha. So window
He was
kind of
saying that.
blown above. Gotcha.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Could I have been like trying to, draw out like kind of a map of what he was saying and like roll something to see if it's like it matches so we have something to go off of?
Well, I put a picture in chat
Oh, okay.
previously.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Good. Oh, wait, no, that's Erica's pick. That doesn't count as canon.
For anybody listening, if you've ever seen like one of those like humidifier diffuser things that are like this shaped with a little hole at the top, it basically looks like that.
Exactly. Yes. And instead of shooting out diffused water vapor, it's
Diffused
shooting out a
water vapor
magical
that smells
barrier.
like lavender. Yeah.
It doesn't smell like lavender though.
What?
Unfortunate.
And for people watching, I don't know if it'll show it on my phone.
yeah.
There you go.
Hold an image.
Because we're classy like that.
Potato.
Very nice.
And so, yeah, that's essentially what he quickly scribbles down for the group.
Oh, since you're
And
here, any information about these chains?
I don't have very much of information on the chains. They were not there before the tower began to float. I don't know if they were buried under the ground and they just arose, but they were almost like it was magically lashed to these weights or tie downs or some sort of anchors that also all of a sudden protruded from the ground.
Right, because our first plan to deal with these. This is not Aviana. Erica is saying right. Our first plan to deal with these is just like let it float into space. Special
Now-
delivery for Alma's space mom.
When we were inspecting stuff, did it look like the chains were coming out of the ground or like maybe the chains had been like pulled up and left like a crater.
No, the ground did not have any signs of being disturbed from the chains.
But were the chains attached to the ground or the other towers?
They are attached to giant platforms, or like almost like they are 20 by 20, 10-foot tall, with a hoop protruding out of it where the chains are attached to.
Okay. Were the platforms already there? Elric?
No,
That is odd.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
So,
good to know.
okay, so I guess we can wait until there's no actual like guard or such around the tower, right? I don't remember. Did we see any?
We didn't see
were
any last time.
missed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because we can make our way there if you'd like.
I mean-
it's more important for how it looked last night, because if we're gonna go in, we're likely going to go in at night.
We could always just attempt Chalk's plan on one of them just to see if it even is going to work. You know?
Which one was that one? Did just send it off into space?
Turn the stone to mud around it and see if it lifts
right,
out.
to see if it lifts
Because if
out,
it
yeah.
doesn't, then there's no point in doing that plan. If it doesn't work for one, it won't work for any of them. So we could just do that while we're waiting for the hole. Or again, we still could try to see about Goldie, but without the hole, there's not as much to do with that.
I have an idea. Eloise, do you know if there's any sort of like anti-magic field or anything like that to gain access to the tower?
As far as I know, there is not. As far as I've seen so far, you just stand on the platform, and then I believe someone from inside the tower either hits a switch or somewhere engages it, and then the platform just lifts you up into the tower, and then it gets sent back down. At this point, you see somebody looking at the group and starting to walk towards you, and is now approaching.
What do they look like? Like, are they?
It's
Do we recognize them?
you actually give me a perception check.
Damn it.
I'll let two other people do it as well.
What kind of check was that again?
That's 18.
Perception.
Ooh, not me.
Who wants it? Who wants
Yeah,
it?
it's 18.
Okay, I'll take
I
one.
can roll.
Isn't chalk
Take
perceptive?
it, take it. Do it.
You're muted, Gray.
Yeah, but I only got a 12 when I rolled.
Hello, cat.
All right. Well, it's not hard to see this person is familiar. You saw them outside of the Silver Leaf.
Is it the messenger or the guard?
It is the messenger.
Okay.
He comes over. Alois, your brother has requested your assistance. You are needed. They are setting up for the concert, and he says, tell my idiot brother to get off his ass and stop drinking coffee and do something useful for once. Not my words, sir. Not my words. I apologize. You just see Alois like roll his eyes in the back of his head kind of thing. He goes, where is he needed? Where is the concert being set up? He goes, underneath the tower. He just kind of stops and looks at the group and goes, I will head there in a few moments. Thank you. He just nods and he heads on his way.
So the concert is underneath
Huh?
the tower, huh?
Alois kind of looks at the group and goes, I was wondering where they're going to be holding this event. It seems this giant open area might be where they're doing it. It is one of a large open area. We do not have that many of them in the city.
it is like an amphitheater, correct?
Inside the
Inside
tower.
the tower.
This looks like, from what I understand, they'll be having this concert outside.
Underneath a giant floating magical.
Do we not
building.
think that she looks like she's contemplating? Does it not sound like something will be conducted or energy will be driven through the tower as a conduit down to the body?
Up
I
through it?
think you're right, it could.
So theoretically, as long as the body isn't there, their plan doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that might not be true, if the energy collected will happen regardless, if there's no conduit or no receptacle, perhaps, it would maybe be worse. Probably not that much worse if they're trying to resurrect an evil god, but it would still be bad. So we still need to stop whatever they are doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious. They're just trying to bring the body to the tower so they can do some Aviano say woo woo bad magic, right? So
Bad stuff, yeah. The
convenient.
wee woo, my favorite fantasy sound.
Wee-
The ambulance wee woo. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Almost does it every time I cast Fireball. Yeah.
Oh, it's a space thing. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So Alois kind of looks at the group and is just like, I'm going to head towards the tower. I do not know if you wish to accompany me. If not, I don't know if you want to go talk with the pixies or what your plan is.
Well, I had an idea, because I know we were talking about infiltrating the tower. If we wanted to infiltrate a day before and do some recon, I know a few of us can go invisible, and I have the mask of disguise. You know, I could use that to appear as someone I saw going into the tower, and we could gain access that way for some recon.
We'd have to do that this morning because, again, I think we have to go tonight. We can't wait until tomorrow. Because if tomorrow is the day where everything is going down, I'd rather deal with this before any of this conduit stuff becomes a problem.
Yes, that's why I'm suggesting recon as soon as possible.
Okay, so
Couldn't we just walk in with him?
if you walk in with him, maybe request to
That's
see if, from a bird's eye view, get a perspective for layouts.
If he does want me to help him plan this event, then yes. I could say I need to have a view from up there to see if where to lay out the chairs or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of why I was suggesting, you know, the invisibility and stuff. Like, I don't know if they might ask questions.
If you're with me, I believe I can get you access to the tower.
And if you act as an attendant, a party planner, you can get through no problem. And I think if we go see the pixies, we can maybe send one of them with you as well to act as a representative for them. Because I'm assuming they're going to want to have a lot of say in their own stage layout.
I think that would be
considering how
happening
picky they are.
simultaneously, a conversation with the pixies and him going with his brother. Unless, Alois, you could come down in an hour or so?
Or tell them just come with us to get the pixies, because your attendant made a very good point that you should get somebody from them to come with you.
Hey, messenger
us.
man, go get one of the pixies and bring them to the tower so they can
that's the whole
look at the
conversation
layout.
we have been having. He hasn't been here the whole time, right?
The messenger left after he delivered his message.
Oh,
okay.
But
Good messenger boy.
Mel is just like, I can go swing by the Pixies Hotel. It's not too far out of the way, and then I will meet you at the tower if you'd like.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so did anybody want to go with Tally?
Yeah, everyone's favorite little buddy's going to be there for sure. I don't know if I need to go inside, but he'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Eloise pretty much is like, he can probably bring the group up to the tower if they'd like.
I don't be anywhere where nobles may or may not be. No. We're gonna hold that off as much as possible.
Yeah, almost will
Yeah,
stay with
so-
Aviana, but Mo will go because that's within a mile, so I can hear and talk and yada 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 the whole thing.
And then it's Chalk and Laurel deciding, do you want to go see the pixies? You want to go get lay of the land? Maybe try seeing if the earth even turns to mud around. Be a good time to go try that.
Yeah, I think trying that might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Split the party. This is how we TPK'd almost last time.
You
I
know
would
what?
like
It's
to
fine.
see the
No, I'm
body.
kidding.
Okay.
Okay, so the whole group is going to the tower currently, like heading towards that area, and then when you get there, the plan is to split up.
I think we're gonna split up right now. I don't.
Yeah, because you guys can send one of the pixies.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll go tell a pixie to come and meet.
Okay. So who's going with Alois to the tower?
Me and Mo.
And Chalk.
Oh yeah, and Chalk, but Chalk's gonna stay down below, I think.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try to channel my my best, like, I don't know, pixie representative vibe I can. Maybe
Okay.
change my look a bit.
And the rest of the party is off to go get the pixies with Mel.
Yeah, and go check in on them and stuff.
Okay. All right. We'll go with Pixie Group first. And you get to so it takes you a little bit of time. You get to the Silverleaf Inn, and the guards are there, and they're just kind of like, sorry, hotel is closed.
We're with the band.
They just kind of stop. What band?
Please don't make me scale the building. We would have walked at the front door yesterday. No, did we? Wait, hold on a second. Would we have? No,
We had
we left it with
misformed.
clouds. Never mind. I didn't say that. Because we did walk out the front door. We have a message from the planning committee.
They just kind of look clueless, and Mel kind of shows looks like a symbol or a piece of paper or something like that. Looks like it has Alois' family crest on it. And he nods and he lets the group through. And then the group goes up, and it's just captain of keeping it cool, keeping it real, keeping something going. Just Dumog and Lana.
So those are the ones people like. People don't like Mana. Anyways, hey, as we walk in the room, I'll look to Laurel to like, I know you want to look at the body, so just walk back there, I guess. I'll look to those two, like, hey, basically, we need one of you to come with us so we can look at the tower. They're about to set up the concert underneath the tower. Heads up.
Yes.
So if you want to come,
Trixie, Mana, and Crash are there.
great. You know what? While we're here, what's up with Goldie? Because this is still a dangerous situation. I want to make sure he's safe.
That's why we stayed back with Goldie.
We're gonna go look at him, all right?
What you want with Goldie?
Just do some observations to figure it out because people are coming after him. So I need to do my magic. I don't know, you don't know magic that well. I'm gonna do some magic to make sure everything's all a-okay with him.
Dumog no magic.
Would you want to?
Dumog good at making people's head disappear.
Okay, one of those kind of magic. I got you. Good one, guy.
Dumog cast fist.
Yeah, yep, and I'm just walking past him with Laurel. I want you with me because you're big. Yeah.
Dumog goes over and like kind of cracks open the crate. There, Goldie. Goldie's still here. Dumog, keeping it real.
Good. Laurel, what were you trying to do with this body? I know you wanted to look at it.
Trying to see if I could remember anything if I was near it.
As
Did
you
you want to try and cast a spell on it? Maybe it'll also. Somebody want to smite it? Aviana says quietly enough that Dumag and Lana don't. It's not. This isn't a public suggestion.
are you smiting the Dark Lord's body?
Mike, you're going to say something before
I mean,
that
it's
was
like
even
the
brought up.
Dark Lord right now.
Yeah.
Hmm?
They're just like a little suit of armor that's empty.
Touch it. Put your hand on it. See if magic goes through it.
Yeah. She
As
is going
you-
to
Are you putting your hand on it?
yeah, she's gonna reach out and put her hand on its shoulder.
You go and you put your hand. The body is cool to the touch. And you hear Dumog say, "Huh, hands off the merchandise."
She just chuckles, doesn't turn to look at Dumog, and says, I fought in the war over this once, and would have fought them directly if I could have.
Gives you a bit of a weird look. Dumog looks at you, looks at Goldie, looks at you, looks at Goldie, and goes, you must be old. You know, look it.
And she's just going to if focusing is not doing anything, it might be smiting time.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Stroll.
Smite God! Smite God! Smite God!
So just making contact does not seem to do anything, Mike.
No.
Yeah, she's going to not look at Dumog, but take her spear off of the sling she keeps it in or on her back, and says, I don't think this will actually hurt it, but it might give us some answers. And before he can say anything to that, she's just going to drive the spear down and smite.
Yes.
All right, roll to hit. No, you don't need to roll. Yeah, your spear starts to glow and makes contact. It does not damage the body whatsoever. Dubag just kind of chuckles to himself. He goes, "Huh, we tried that. Body indestructible."
I mean, that was the hope, to be fair.
No flashback? No weird.
No, surprisingly not. The
Hmm.
only weird thing, Laurel, you hear almost a fluttering in your left ear, and then a fluttering in your right ear.
Like bird wings, butterfly wings.
Kind of like pixie wings.
She looks around as one of the stupid pixies there.
Lana is directly behind you. She just kind of, how old are you then? If you fought Goldie, that means you were in the battle of light versus darkness. And she's like, huh, interesting. Mana would love to talk with you about this. What was it like? What was Unis like? What were the gods like?
Mostly terrible, except for there was a bright spot.
Hmm. I always thought it would have been really fun to be part of that war.
There's
Oh.
nothing fun about war.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong word to use. Yeah, so concert. Yeah.
The
He's kinda
body
like
should not go to the concert.
What do you think they plan on doing?
Resurrecting the god.
But you all said that Unis was in Sphia, in a different vessel.
We don't know what they're gonna put in it, to be fair.
Do you think they'll put something other than Unis in here?
Don't see why not.
Doubt it. I think Unis is here and just wants the better body.
We can't let that happen, can we?
No.
No, absolutely not.
That's the point of us being here and taking care of the body.
Mhm.
Wish Sindrak was here. He'd know what to do.
Oh boy.
No, we don't need him. He's
Oh,
fine,
God.
unfortunately. No, we will get this handled, and I don't know. We'll get the body out of here. Worst comes to worst, it's not going anywhere near the inner ring tomorrow.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Were you guys
At
able to
least
get
not
your
at this
hole?
dimension.
Still waiting on it.
Yeah, got some folks looking into it.
So, do we have an updated plan then? And you hear like flutter, 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 flutter. She kind of like does circles around Laurel. What should I tell Trixie when they get back? Or should we go see Trixie?
We're gonna
Oh,
go see
they're-
Trixie. You're gonna stay here and protect the body.
Mhm.
Okay.
Don't leave that thing alone. If you're about to die, send us a message so we at least know that someone else has got it.
She nods. Dumog like, no one touched Goldie when Dumog here. Other than you who just hit Goldie. Dumog just kind of like shakes his head, closes the box. You go talk Trixie. No, tell her you hit Goldie. Trixie don't like that.
Big
It's
secret.
fine.
Don't worry about it.
Here, take grapes. He just hands you some grapes.
It's generous. Thank you.
Can you eat grapes? Do you eat grapes? I've only ever seen you eat like eggs.
We're gonna
Like,
find out.
Eggs and beer
Yeah,
And cod.
and cod.
Raw cod.
just gross stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, is it?
What if you peeled the grapes before you eat them? Then they're kind of gross.
Yeah. Anything that would be in a kid's like haunted house, I think almost could eat. All right. Is there
There's
anything else?
olives and
here?
spaghetti.
Yeah, all spaghetti, raw spaghetti. Yeah. So nothing else. Body's protected. They're already there. So I guess we should catch up to the rest of them, right?
I guess.
Unless you just want to hang out here.
Look, I don't want to go anywhere where Lord Glasser may or may not come in and take a look at things.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want to hang out here, that's cool. I do have a spell that Chalk put in my ring that's supposed to be part of the plan. So I'm going to head up there just in case he needs me for the spell.
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
I'll see you guys later.
Laurel, are you going with Almas?
It'll be fine. Let's go. I'll just stay out
Yeah.
of sight.
Right. So the three of you, or technically four, because Mel is with you, head towards the tower. But already there, approaching the tower, is our other party: Alois, Elred, Chalk, Tally, and Invisible Mo. And so, as the group gets to the tower area, just so remember, it's a floating tower, 5 buildings around it, chains running to not to the buildings, but just in between the buildings and the floating now egg tower are the 20 by 20, 10 high, with a half loop of chain sticking out from the top of them, and then a large chain. About each chain link is about the size of a car. that runs towards the tower, and it goes about a third of the way up and is attached there at that point where the anchoring point is on the floating tower. There are what looks to be a ballista type thing where they have a couple of guards maintaining like that spot, but they don't really look like they're too worried. But unlike yesterday, where this area was not very busy, this area is now full of hustle and bustle. As you see people setting up chairs and tables and a stage and tents and also all sorts of festivities. You see some carts being there on the outside there. It looks like each area by each of the smaller towers, which is represented by each of the 5 families of the council, are all have their own color motif. Looks like each of them is setting up for like their guests kind of thing. As this whole thing is being brought to you by the Council of Koschei. So what is the group doing? Led by Tally, Chalk, Invisible Mo, and Mo is Mo is sending back information to Almus. So the rest of the group, Almus, you are getting information. So when you arrive, you already pretty much know what's going on.
Yeah,
So what
I'm
is the group
kind of
doing?
taking Elrid's lead. Or not
Yes.
Elrid, Alois.
Yeah, Alois is there. Elred is also there. He's just kind of stuck. He goes, so what part would you like to see? I'm going to avoid seeing my brother directly. But he probably wants me to oversee our family's area getting set up.
I was hoping to see the inside of the tower firsthand.
I can arrange that, I believe. And so he starts making his way through all the hustle and bustle of the people setting up all the chairs and the concession stands. Looks like there's going to be a lot of like knick-knack kind of night markety stands going on during this concert. Looks like there's a couple merch booths going on type of thing. And you walk past all that. And from what you can see, it looks like where the platform normally is, it looks like they've set up a round stage, almost like a donut, with the platform that lifts up and down to the egg in the middle of it. So it looks like it's going to be a 360 style concert, fully surrounded with screaming fans. Something that would almost make Swifty jealous.
The band's gonna come down on the platform.
Who knows? But as you get close to the
That's a
stage,
good
you do
idea.
see Trixie and the a couple of the pixies. They're just kind of buzzing around, barking orders at people. No, that goes over there, not there. Oh my god, where's Dumog when you need him? These people are not keeping it real at all. Oh hey!
Yeah, I'm just sort of. Oh yeah, I'll go. Hi and wave. But I don't really stop for chit chat. I'm just following Alois to scope out the tower.
So as Alois goes like under the stage area, because it's on a raised platform kind of thing, goes under the stage and you get to the actual platform, there are a couple guards there and they're just like, sir, the this area is closed off for today and for the next couple days due to the concert. All activity and business in the tower is suspended. He goes, yes, I know. Yes, I just need a bird's eye view of the venue to properly grasp what needs to be set up as per Yannick. He goes, just give me a moment, sir. I'm sure this will be okay. And obviously, these people instantly know who Alois is. They welcome you all onto the floating platform.
Sick.
And he kind of looks straight up. Is everybody getting on the platform? Chalk, you're hanging back, I assume, by your head shaking.
I am nowhere near what this is going on. I have no disguise whatsoever, and I'm a lizard folk in a elven city.
So you are hanging off, obviously, really far back in the, not by the area. You're off hiding. What is your plan?
I haven't decided yet because I have no means of aside from turning into an animal, I have no means of
Concealing yourself?
concealing myself, aside from being stealthy.
Okay. So you think of what you want to do when you have figured it out. I'll jump back to you, but we'll continue on with the rest of the last little bit of the group going. I guess it would just be Mo, Elrid, Alois, and Tally. And yeah, so you're on the platform. They signal up, and the platform starts to raise.
Does elevator music start playing?
No. Unfortunately, there is no music with this elevator. It's pretty old school.
Bummer.
And so, yeah, it raises up. It does make a very satisfying click when it hits.
As it's rising, can I go to the edge and like, is there the same like sort of
No,
force field as the observation deck?
there is not. If you were to walk off this platform, you would fall. Are you going to attempt it?
No, I was just curious.
Yeah, as you walk to the edge, the guard kind of puts a hand out and he goes, I wouldn't recommend that. And yeah, so the elevator reaches the top, and you are now at the bottom floor of the tower. The guard motions for everyone to step off the platform. And you're
Do so.
inside this tower. The tower is like a smooth, like almost like a granite, like it's a smooth stone tower. And Aloysius is like, oh, thank you. Yes, we'll be heading up to the observation deck. The guard just kind of nods. And yeah, you kind of go through a couple staircases and stuff like that. And eventually you make your way up to the, you see there's offices and stuff like that in the bottom third. You can see where it branches off to potentially go to what you would assume would be the anchor points where the guards and the ballistas are. And yeah, so he leads you to the observation deck. You're at the observation deck. You're about 2/3 the way up the tower. He's like, yes, let's just walk over to the edge. And you again, if you feel there is that barrier at the observation deck, and you can oversee the whole courtyard there. There's, what do you need to see?
Is anyone else like the guard that was there? Is he still around, or did he walk away while we're at the
Nope, he walked away.
observation
You
deck?
guys pretty much have. They're usually the odd person walking around, but not very many. They looks like it's essentially this is a government building and it's a statutory holiday.
To, hold on. I'm gonna be probably big dumb. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself if I can like, or first, can I try to hide somewhere before I do that?
Are you gonna talk to Alois or Elred, or are you just gonna run off?
No. Oh, I'm gonna try and do some recon within the tower. If you guys want to stay here and chit chat and pretend like you're doing something, you can say I went to the little tiefling's room. I don't care, but I'd like to see more of what's going on within the tower.
Like, okay, I doubt there's many people in the. Yes, you might as well might want to go to the. There is a small room over on the side there, and then if you head through that door over there, it will lead into the amphitheater.
Okay. And I'm
You're able
gonna
to sneak away if you want to cast invisibility on yourself. Go for it.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. And my next goal is I want to try and explore that area above the amphitheater or find a way to it they were talking about.
Okay. I was like, if you would have asked them, they probably could have showed you where it was.
Oh.
But yeah, so as you look around,
I
give
come back
me.
invisible and I say, hey, hey guys, it's me. It's Dolly. Where's that platform above the amphitheater? Or the room, I think it was.
Yes, you know whether we should set up some chairs. We should definitely set some chairs up Over there by the north side. Yes, we should probably head over that way to get a better view of that area. And they just kind of like make up some noise and they walk through an area and then they kind of like, oh yes, oh this thing's always in the way. That door over there. Oh, let's go check on the other side of the building. Let's see if there's a way over there.
I go in the opposite direction of their very obvious clues, and I don't.
So you head up
No,
towards.
I pay attention to what they're saying
Yeah.
and kind of
So they
follow.
kind of motion you towards what looks to be a hallway that goes to a staircase. And the staircase kind of starts to kind of go around. You go like probably what would be equivalent of 4 or 5 stories worth. And then you get to a large metal door set in a stone frame.
Can I check it for traps?
Sure, roll me an investigation.
Kitten, no, please don't do that. 14 plus 7, 21.
Looks fine.
Is it open?
It is not.
Can I pick the lock?
You can certainly try.
Oh. 21.
Yep. Click. It opens.
I go inside.
As you enter,
It's quietly as possible.
it is a heavy door. It does make some noise to open. But as you get there, as soon as you open the door, you can feel the air in this room is heavy.
Like, does it feel magical or just like...
Yes, extremely.
Okay.
Almost like there's like the air here is, yeah, it's thick with magic energy.
As I enter, do I see anyone in there?
It doesn't seem to be, but as you enter the room, you do see it is a large dome style room with a giant opening in the middle.
And that's all I see? Do I see the same sort of like magical force that I saw from the top? I was
Yes,
outside.
and as you follow it down, in the middle of the room, you see what seems to be a metal rail, and sitting in almost like a holder, you see a large blue gem that's probably 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide.
I think this is probably stupid if I have it. I'll pull Esme out of my jacket because I assume she's been on me because she's floating around. Can I have her touch the gem and cast Identify?
You can try to get her to.
I will try. I can always
Uh,
just bring her back.
Yeah, as Esme gets close to like around the rail area, that's probably like, think of it as like almost like an exhibit at like, and as she gets closer and closer, she's getting more and more resistance. And as she casts Identify on it, she just kind of almost goes comatose. As there's almost like so much information from this thing that it overloads her.
Not me, because I'm casting it through her.
Yes.
Well, do I get any information?
No, it just comes in as a whatever kind of barrier there is on this whole thing. This is also encased in this style of barrier.
Dumb, but I think I have just a random dagger. I'm gonna try and throw it at the thing and just see what happens.
Okay.
I'm dying tonight, guys. Do I have to like? You want
Are
me to
you?
roll to
So you're
hit?
throwing a Are you? How hard are you throwing a dagger at this thing?
Not super hard, just enough to see like, if it just like, like ricochets or whatever. Maybe hard enough to like. Actually, fuck it, fuck my arm. I'm gonna try and like stab through it, just a little stab. If I
Okay.
lose a hand, but I'll do it with my offhand just in case. I don't want to lose my good one.
Okay. It hits it.
Okay. Does it pierce the crystal at all, or does anything happen to me?
No, it just kind of hits it and just kind of like you do see like a spark come off of it.
Okay. I think the last thing I want to do is search for any type of switches that could activate or deactivate the magical properties of the crystal.
There's no switch on it or nothing like that on the rail even and stuff like that. You've had to climb over the rail to get to this close. And as you go, you are feeling like pushing, like a constant push away from this thing. The amount of like magical energy this thing is producing is astronomical. Actually, you know what? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you know how good I am at those. Um, 6.
A 6?
That
Well,
I'm
one's
sure it's fine.
changing.
oh my god, that could have
Yeah. So as this energy's going on, that little part that you chipped, you can
Mhm.
feel like some of the energy like start to almost bleed out of it.
Hmm.
And as you blink a few times, it just
Yep.
goes. It just turns black. Your vision.
Okay.
And we'll catch back up what happens to you later on.
Great.
Do I have to make I didn't take damage though yet, right?
Damage, no.
Okay. I was only asking because of the invisibility and its concentration.
You definitely do not have concentration anymore. I'll just say that.
Great. Cool.
Your vision has just faded to black. You're poking essentially, yes, a fantasy nuclear reactor.
Watch the old burn.
Mhm,
All right,
mhm.
cool. Yep.
So yeah, the rest of the group has now reached the town square, essentially, not the town square, the, city hall. You can see all the crazy hustle and bustle. You do get Almas, a message from Mo going, Tally, she fainted.
Oh. Where are you at?
The top of the tower, the
On top
gym.
of the tower? Make sure all the way up here at the top, tippy top.
Yeah, have a conversation with yourself.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's silly. All right, so he's with her,
That
and
is
he
best.
he lets me know that she passed out.
Yeah, she has lost her invisibility and is now collapsed, laying at the bottom of this gem.
Fucking hell. Keep an eye on her. Let me know if anyone shows up. Over and out. Oof.
Meanwhile, Aviana is just like looking out for Chalk and just have casually like chatting with Laura, like, do you see him down there? Like, is he? I mean, I guess he wouldn't be because he can't really be out and about.
Oot in a boot.
Oh, no, he can't really be out and about. I tried very hard not to do any oots there. Okay.
You didn't say it, Mike did. You said it perfectly.
Aha!
Yeah, you did
To be
good.
fair, I had to think about it very hard.
Yeah, it's out and about,
To
not
not
oot
do
in a
it.
boot. I like saying oot in a boot just to give into the stereotype.
Ah, yeah. I thought about it too hard. Anyway, yeah, I guess we probably should find him then.
Doc,
If
what
I
are
was
you
a
doing?
7-foot lizard man, where would I be hiding? Probably
He's
not as
just
a
trying
lizard.
to observe the square right now since it's overcrowded.
You'd be pretty easily spotting your rest of your party walking through as they approach the square.
Well, that's fine. I don't want to bring any attention to myself.
We're looking.
Okay.
We're trying to spin around. Can we see him if we're looking for him?
Roll me some perception checks.
Nope.
What if
No,
I
we can't.
investigate where Chalk is? No, I'll do.
I
Perception.
got an 8, baby.
17.
classic.
Laurel, did you look for him?
I'm having problems. Okay, there we go. 21.
Boom.
Doc, if you're trying to hide, roll me a stealth.
I got a 17.
Like, I guess he's like not around, but would he be far?
Anybody who rolled higher than Chalk 17 has spotted him.
He's over there.
Huh?
He's over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there.
I saw him too. Okay.
Yes, we all see Chalk.
We all
Do you
saw
have
Chuck.
glasses?
Mel's like, yeah, he's right there.
At the same time, we all saw him.
And
I
she
think
kind of leans over to all
I
this.
have
I don't think she saw him.
I have goggles. It's not dark out. I'm fine. There's a lot of people. Okay. It's
What
very busy.
brand are those goggles?
Not a lot of.
Okay.
Those goggles you have, what brand are those?
Off.
Never seen one like that.
Off. That's the bread. All right, what's going on? We'll walk over to
That's a good
Chalk.
name.
Chalk, are you like trying to hide from them or like trying to stay away from them as they're approaching?
Also, we'll
No, if I see it's them,
casually.
I'm not gonna approach, but I'll stay where I am, but I'll let them approach me, right?
Okay. So the group approaches Chalk with Mel.
All right. Hey, bud.
Oh, hey, Mel, did you want to go check on the pixies, see how they're doing?
Yeah, I'll go check on the pixies. I'll go let Trixie know we're here.
We're
Sounds good.
real busy.
One question though. Would it be weird if I asked her for an autograph?
I don't know.
Never mind. And she goes kind of half skipping off.
Act like makes a gesture towards the square busy. It's like no one thought to give Chak mask of disguise.
Oh, that would have been a good idea. Almost got any.
No, nothing I can do. By the way, heads up. In a second, I'm gonna have to go save Tali. She's apparently passed out top of the tower. But before I do that,
What?
yeah,
What did she do?
I don't know. She's just knocked out. Mo's with her. She's fine. While we're
How
here,
are you gonna get up?
magic.
Like loud magic or
No.
subtle magic?
Very subtle. No one's even gonna know. Because I know where it is now. But before I do that, and I'm gonna rush up there and help her in a second. Chalk, do you want me to sneakily try the plan? Because I don't want you to use your energy up when I've got an extra one just hanging out, ready to go anytime.
He nods. Try.
Okay. I'm gonna walk to one of these rings, the anchors, that's
Mhm.
away from everybody else. And
Well, they all have people kind of setting up around them or going by them.
Yeah, all 5 of them.
Yeah, each one is representative of one of the families, and they're all kind of like setting up their like concert area.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
So they all have some people around them, but you can just go and do it like covertly.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do it stealthily. So yeah, I will go and like be off to the side because I think now, Gray, you have that spell. What's the range on that spell?
Let me just find out for you. Where is it? Transmute. 120 by 40 foot.
Okay, I will be 120 feet away, and I'll make sure that Chalk's seeing me so we can see what's going
It's
on.
a 40-foot cube.
40-foot cube. All right, I will make a 40-foot cube around that anchor. Turn into mud, right? Isn't that the plan, to turn the ground into mud?
That's exactly what it does.
So I'm transmuting rock 120 feet away, trying to be covert, and seeing if we can get this anchor out of the ground.
And it's not like dense mud or anything. It's flowing mud, so it's really really loose.
Okay.
We'll try
It's
this.
40-foot cube.
Yep.
Now again, I won't do the entire thing. I will do around the anchor. I'm not like there's gonna be people standing 20 feet away. I'm not trying to get them in it. Just
Make the density where
just
it's like
the
a
anchor.
There's
split.
some stuff like leaning against this big
It is what it
pillar
is.
stuff. It's gonna.
It's gonna happen. I'm just
But
not trying to
it's-
kill
yeah.
everybody if I don't have to.
Yes. I'm trying to limit casualties, but there'll probably be a couple.
But if it happens, it happens. Yeah.
And so yeah, you covertly go to cast it, and yeah, you see what looks like to be some sort of snack cart kind of starts sinking in, like almost like quicksand esque. And yeah, the whole area turns to. How long does this last?
Until dispelled.
Forever.
So yeah, the whole area just kind of goes muddy. You do see this thing. If it was 10 feet above ground before, in all the commotion, it's probably moved a good 5 or 6 feet.
Is Tally just slowly sliding along the floor right now as the building tilts a little bit?
It's not enough to like tilt the actual tower.
There's the title, boys. We did it. She said the thing.
It did move a good 5 feet up.
Up.
Tilted tower.
And it's 40 feet down. So, what's going on there?
What do you mean? But yeah, the whole thing lifts up a little bit,
Yeah. But it should
and
be
that chain does slack a little,
it slacks. Okay.
and it actually it's becoming it's running. So it starts to lift up, and then it kind of starts to sink back down because it's actually starting to the weight of itself now is pulling it. So it actually starts to tilt the tower slightly towards that current direction, a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it
And
like
then
that.
it kind of goes back. It's almost like in a fight with you can tell when this was made, it was like very strategically balanced. And so like it kind of goes up 5 feet and then kind of drops down 2 feet and then kind of goes up another foot, then drops down 3 feet. It's kind of like almost fluttering in this mud.
But the tower is not pulling it completely out of the
No.
thing. Would I get the impression if we did it to all of them at the same time that would happen?
There's a much better chance that this could lift off with those.
Well, I'll look at Chalk and give him a big thumbs up. And then I'm going to dimension door to the top of the tower because I've seen it through Mo's eyes, and I also know where it is. I will dimension door to where Tally is. Zoop.
Okay, you're in the room now. As you land there, you see your magic kind of almost flutters, and then you dimension door another like 20 feet to the right.
Okay, where's that put me? I'm still up there.
You're
but
still in the
just-
room.
Just
Yeah.
not where I thought it was
Outside.
going to be.
You're
Gotcha.
just like, and then you kind of feel like you just went through like a magic car wash of your, like it. You felt you went through a barrier of some sort. It didn't feel great. You
Yeah.
feel a little woozy, but you still have your wits.
Okay. So now we have the party split again, Mike. I'm here for Tally. Let me know whenever you want to do that, or you can switch to whatever you want to do.
So you're not. So Tally is within a what looks to be like velvet rope handrail, and there's probably like handrail then 5 feet, then this 3x2 gem stone that is protruding, shooting like an energy beam straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the base of it is a passed out, knocked out Tally.
Yeah. I will go over there. Is like a foot hanging out or something? Anything
She
I
just
can
kind of
grab?
collapsed like a sack of potatoes right at the base of it.
Yeah. I'll go underneath the little rail and grab her.
Okay. Are you reaching yourself in, or are you using something to try to hook and pull her out?
Yeah. I'll throw a lasso at her foot. Have Mo tie it off. Start yanking her up by her foot, dragging her body.
Yeah.
As Mo gets close to it, you can almost see him starting to phase out of existence. Give me a con save for Mo.
Oh, his con's probably not great. What is this guy's con? Oh, +0. Love it. 14 flat.
as Mo just tightens off the knot, he goes to give you the thumbs up, and you just see like he's almost like just goes translucent and just kind of fades.
All right, I'll snap him out if I have time to put him in a pocket dimension before he goes away.
Okay.
And I'll start dragging her up.
You have a limp Tally.
I smack her.
She takes 1 point of damage.
Come on, I hit her that hard.
Okay.
It was like, did it
Do
wake
you want
her
me
up?
to enter that?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not enough to wake her up.
Can I? She isn't taking damage. Is the problem, so I can't just heal her. I guess I've got one. Can I give her a potion of healing
Sure.
just to see if it does anything? All right, I'll
Yeah.
open her mouth and pour that in.
I'll say it wakes her up.
Okay, very cool.
She's groggy, kind of like, you're feeling a little hungover.
Tell-
I'm no stranger to that.
You good? What's going on here?
Yeah. What happened?
Well, found you passed out in a ditch, so that's not great.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to see if if this thing could be damaged in any way. Turns out it can, but also I guess has a pretty bad reaction to being damaged.
Yeah. Well, I came up to help you, and I'm observing the room. You gave us the description of what happened before, and I'm looking at this thing. Can I make an Arcana roll to try to figure out if I can determine something about this that we don't already know?
Sure.
All right. Time for Arcana, baby. Oh, nat 20 plus 9 for a 29 total.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
I might actually have to pull up my notes.
Tell me what this crystal is and how to destroy it. Thank you very much.
Yes. Nah, see, that was a DC 30.
So, looking at this crystal, you can easily tell this is what is powering the barrier that is around the city. This, you can also tell, is interfering with some of the magic, your teleportations, and stuff like that. This seems to be affecting it.
This is the source. Yep.
This is a source that is causing a lot of the disturbance in the magic field. This is disturbing the weave that is, like the magic weave that is going on through Veritas. And as far as destroying it, you can see where it was damaged by Tally stabbing it. It does give off like some sort of magic radiation, but a hard enough blow will destroy this crystal.
I'll look at Tally. This might be jumping the gun, but we're here. I think I can get rid of that, but we're going to have to leave immediately because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. I mean, let's do it. Do we need help?
I'm literally going to give it the biggest thing that I can possibly do.
I mean, I could try to help as well. I don't have anything as big as what you can do, but I might be able to do something.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Magic missiles.
Let's see what happens, and yeah, this is gonna be bad. Anyways, all right, Mike, I'm gonna do the dumb thing.
I could do
Okay.
my chromatic orb with you.
You can do something with me. Let's double it up.
Yeah.
Question:
Yeah, let's double it up.
do you have dispel?
I don't.
Okay.
I can only do damage.
Okay, you prepare your biggest one. I got two things, Mike. I'm gonna do a dispel magic at 4th level, just in case there's any kind of protection, whatever ward, blah 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 blah. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if it doesn't, but I'm getting one shot at this, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn that. Dispel magic,
Okay.
so I can damage this thing. Take away its magical property that would stop it from being destroyed.
Almost thunder or lightning.
Ooh, let's bring the thunder.
Okay. I don't
Alright.
got my my crystal out.
I'm gonna hold on to you because once this happens, we're getting out of here. All right.
I'm prepping a 3rd level chromatic orb
All right.
under damage.
Almost closes his eyes and then opens them up, and oh boy, they're a different color. And basically, I like to imagine it as like, like the sun lets off all those like weird little spindles
Solar
of all
flares?
that energy. Solar flare. Yeah, I'm gonna basically cast a solar flare as I'm casting disintegrate at this crystal, which it can't make a saving throw, so it's gonna take 10d6 plus 40 force damage whenever it.
Roll it. I want to know
hits
the
it.
number.
Okay, I will roll that for you.
Might be our biggest
10d6.
number of the campaign.
We'll see. All right, and then Tally, you roll your damage first. That might put it over the edge.
Oh, 19 plus 7 is a 26.
For
Do
your
I hit?
damage?
No, that's I have to hit.
Oh yeah.
You can't miss it. It's It's a gem in a holster.
I forgot what a D8 looks like. Okay, there we go. This one too.
I hope to God that this rolls high, just because I want to see a crazy number.
Wait, are we? Wait.
Oh, nobody's in this
I don't get sneak attack, right?
tower.
We know people are in that tower. You brought people in that tower.
I hope they can get out in time.
Here we are.
6 is 16 plus 7. 23?
Okay,
Points of thunder
23.
damage.
And then.
How much? Sorry?
23 points of thunder damage.
Say 23?
Mm-hmm.
And 76 points of force damage from disintegrate.
The gem has 100. Luckily, the dagger attack from earlier did 1 damage.
There we go.
And as it goes, you see it start, like, you weakened it with your dispel. You kind of, like, you can't dispel the magic and energy, there's too much of it. But you can kind of at least, and you specified what you're trying to kind of, like, weaken a barrier. It hits with the thunder kind of breaks a bit, and then you disintegrate it. You just see, and it just starts to, like, it just starts to crack, and you see it's kind of spider cracking throughout this gem. You see the energy that's being shot up start to, it's like a dark blue directly in front of it, and then it starts to go into a bit of a lighter blue, and it almost starts to flicker a little bit. And then it stops shooting the energy out. You audibly, looking from the outside, you see the bubble just start to flicker and flicker. And then it goes. There's no dome anymore, protective barrier.
Is there sheer chaos on the streets now?
People are now yelling and like, or just they're confused.
Yep, that sounds right.
And they're like,
At
what the
work.
fuck? Everyone's looking around like, what the hell?
Okay, while the city starts to, like, Chuck turns to Aviana, and as well as Lauro, says, "Cause panic," and Chuck's gonna go to the next stone to use the transmute run.
Is it still floating? Is the question?
Right now it is.
Right now.
Chalk, as you run over to the thing, you look and you see the chain. Slack.
Oh. Is it coming down?
And you start to see the tower. Almost, Tally, inside the tower, you feel a weird feeling in the pit of your stomach. And then all of a sudden, it starts to slowly and then start picking up speed. This tower is falling out of the sky now.
Quick question. That crystal, you said it dissipated. The crystal did not get destroyed?
It's cracked and now shattering.
Oh, it is actively destroying. Because if it was anything
Yes.
left, I'm going to take it. But you said there's not. Cool.
No, it's turning into like dust.
I'm looking at Tally. I'm like, I'll put my hand out.
I take his hand.
Dimension door. Back down to where the group is.
Wow.
You look up, you're like, I don't know if I'm still in the blast zone. As this giant fucking tower is now falling from the sky,
Yeah,
people are scattering, people are running.
How far away did we land from the tower?
What's dimension door? 500?
I went back to where the group was at because the tower's only 100 feet
Yeah, how
up.
far are
I have
we?
500 feet total, so
Well, we have to be a fair distance out because we're where the rocks are that
Yes.
attach by
Yeah.
a chain.
Well, I hope they have Featherfall.
We're at the we're
what
only
is
there
it?
though, so we're probably not close enough. We're totally too close still.
We don't know how big of a shockwave this giant fucking tower is.
Uh-huh.
You have a giant
Yeah.
skyscraper dropping. Everyone is just like
My plan
It's-
won't work anyway.
Okay.
It's 2:15 at the bar, and someone just turned the lights on,
Oh
and
god.
everyone's
So Chak knows what he's doing. I don't know about everyone else.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
run?
We got plans.
Oh, how long does
do
it take you to cast Mistform?
I don't have Miss.
We won't have enough time for that.
Damn
anyway.
Alright,
Almost, can you dimension door again?
Nope.
all of a
Nope.
sudden Almas just pops up there with Tally.
Yeah. Ah, we don't. What happened? We don't have time.
Run!
Coming down.
Okay.
Run!
So Chak is just kind of like shaking his head and goes over to a nearby tree because we're in like a open area, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Slowly enclosing
okay.
area.
Yeah. And then like he just like knocks on the side of it and like proceeds to like reach for the trunk and like pulls the bark back, creating as he's casting transport via plant. And he starts stepping through and like looks at everyone else and come.
Yup. Good plan.
Where is it what's the on the other side?
Yeah.
It's transporting to a tree near the edge of the wall, or like on the inside of the wall of the city. But because we were traveling through it all,
On the outer ring.
yeah, on the outer ring.
Perfect.
No, the
Okay,
tree
yeah,
in
you
front of the Zenfly Inn. That one.
Yeah, that one sounds good.
And there's a park just down the road, we'll say.
It's like
If there were
accidental.
any of the pixies or anything, I'll like shout over to them to see if they can like
Oh, we don't have time.
get through.
There's no time for that, no.
No,
We're
it's
not
one
sure
hour
what the
Spell
Well, I
doesn't
didn't know
have-
how close they were to us.
the
just
spell
to, like,
doesn't
get
have
their
that much
attention.
of a duration. I'm lucky if I get the entire party through it.
Yeah, from how far we are
Okay.
away. Yeah, no, we're in that portal. We're out. Like,
Mhm.
So yeah,
Hey, Mike.
you
Action dash.
Oh,
so
I have an insane thing.
Do it.
Oh.
today is
do
the day
it.
of insane things. Let's
Today
go.
is the day.
So the channel divinity for the Oath of Glory paladin is Peerless Athlete, which gives you like increased physical ability. It has specific parameters for like the actual thing, but like basically what Laurel wants to try to do, seeing this tower fall and remembering that she had been here before and she thinks she was here with someone incredibly important to her, and she remembers being told to, you know, trust in what she thinks she could be rather than what other people expect her to be. She wants to try to like jump up and stop the tower from destroying the fucking city.
Oh.
So that might not be possible, but that is what I'm pitching to you.
okay.
You're like Deku, like trying to just like.
You're not
launch
gonna
yourself
catch the
somewhere?
whole tower. I
Mhm.
will
How does
say
the
though,
weight even work?
like as the tower lands and as it hits, it kind of sends a ripple effect through it, and almost like chunks of this thing start flying. As the group is about to try to go through, they are about to be crushed by a giant chunk of tower. As you use your channel divinity and you feel this holy energy come through to you, you go to catch it and stop it before it crushes your party. The boulder stops probably about 5 or 6 feet in front of you. There is a golden aura around you, like almost like a projection, an astral projection style. Like I don't know if you've ever in Marvel, there's a character called Armor. They have like a glowing kind of sticks out their hand, like it sticks out their hands, almost like you have like a light golem around you now that has caught this with your channel divinity. and it stopped it from crushing the party and destroying this tree that you were all about to run through to get to safety. And you're able to get it and throw that to the side. And as your group is running through, as the dust kind of settles, and the big cloud, like a big dust cloud, gets kicked up, obviously, from you stopping this giant chunk of building. As the dust settles, you look, and the tower is how you remember it before. And then you blink. Then you're inside this domed room with a circle in the middle. No gem or crystal like the others have described previously. You just see a circle of what looks to be ruins around it. You feel the warmth in your right hand. And as you look over, you see a golden armored person next to you. Someone very close to you. It's hard to make out their physical features. It's kind of been a running bit of a theme with these visions. It's hard to think, but as you see, and you just hear their voice say to you, "When times get tough, we must protect this, for this will be the only thing to protect us. This will be our last stand against Unis. Barrier will stop him. This tower will also stop him from being able to amass his army. When all things go bad, this is where we will join. This is where we will hunker down and make our last stand against Unis. Here we will be safe." And then you hear as you kind of snap out of it, and you see this tower's half fallen, crumbled around. And then as you look, you just see your party members running through this tree. And then that's when it clicks in your mind. This tower was the ancient elves of the previous era, the era before the era of darkness. This was going to be their stronghold, and this barrier was supposed to protect them.
Yeah, I'm sure Almost didn't make any sort of rash decision at all.
No.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, she's not running through the tree after them. She is going to be dodging pieces of falling tower and trying to help anybody she can see who might be almost getting crushed by anything. So
Okay.
that's her afternoon.
My bad.
When we get to the other side,
Or
Jack
our
like
bad.
gives a single crocodile tear. Jack's so proud. You party created so many casualties, more than Jack could have done.
What
I like to imagine
happened?
you hug us.
Oh, I mean, Tyler
Yeah,
was
you're
up
just
there.
outside, just inside the wall near the Zenfly
Yeah,
Inn.
we're at the park down the street.
Yeah.
That has
Like-
to be hundreds of elves, says Jack.
I'm not worried about that. The whole plan
was
was
just-
to get rid of the tower, get rid of the barrier to help save the people. That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, I tried to I just wanted to stab it real quick to see if it could be damaged, and then the next thing you know, I passed out, and then
Stab what?
Almost has an idea. There was this crystal. There was all this magical energy coming from it. And then Almost was like, "Hey, I got an idea," and I'm like, "I can help." And then through the power of friendship, we crashed the tower.
So, dome down,
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
tower down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chalk, it looks like we're doing your plan.
Yeah, it's like Jack's plan. Jack's plan. Yeah,
Hey,
kill everybody. Gotcha.
the plan was to get rid of the tower, and we got rid of the tower. That's all that matters.
Hey, is there a quick blood hunter vibe check? Is the city looking? Is there like a sudden very bad vibe from the city? Where's my D20?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Where Laurel?
The distance that we're at.
Roll
Oh
me
god,
that vibe
did she
check.
not get
Can I
through?
roll that vibe check? Absolutely
Oh.
not. That's a pair of threes, baby. 6.
No, she probably pancakes.
Wait, no, one's a D12. Hold on.
She probably pancakes us, Jack.
Oh, sorry, no, it's a 3 and a 1. My bad.
Can you do it again, Chalk? We should go back and
Nope.
get her.
Jack can only do that once. That was his get out of trouble card.
With your 3,
It's a 6. I just squirted
With-
water all over my face.
with your 6,
Thanks.
you are able to sense darkness from beyond the wall, outside of the city.
And there's a wall in the way. I can't see.
You can't see it. If you were to climb up the wall and look, you might be able to see.
Oh, it's a
Core.
big wall, right?
20 feet.
Oh, yeah. Can I is it a
Climb it?
smooth? Can I climb it? Is it easy? Is it
With your fancy parkour boots, custom made to fit your
big
feet.
fancy ass? Yeah, look, man. It's a bit.
So you just see all of a sudden Aviana's like, uh-oh, bleeding from the eyes, and just yells out parkour and runs up a wall.
That's how she activates her boots.
Uh-huh.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Your boots are magical? No.
You look out into the distance. You see people, like all the shanty towns out there, people running like crazy. Some people are running trying to climb the wall or whatnot. In that area where you sense the darkness, you look, you see a giant portal open.
Uh-huh.
And then the ground almost starts to shake a little bit, and you see people start coming through it. And as you look at these, what looks to be soldiers, clad in gold and purple armor, marching in unison from this portal, hundreds upon hundreds of soldiers just start marching out of this giant portal. You've seen this armor before. You're very familiar with it. This is the Svian army. And with that, we will end this week's episode. Thank you for joining us this week, and we hope that you teleport and march on to our Twitter, YouTube, and on our Twitch page, and make sure you follow, subscribe, and like to find out what this group that may have just brought on the apocalypse does next
Again?
time on the
Would you
Isle
expect any less?
of Misfit Rolls.